Hello, my friends. Welcome to the third video in the Add a Dash of Glitter June Jubilee. So if you're just catching on with me, I am celebrating the launch of the brand new catalog. I'm super excited. And so for the whole month of June, I'm doing extra videos to show you all the cool stuff that is coming out in this fun catalog. So I hope that you join me. Thank you for those who have subscribed to me on YouTube. Just a little fun reminder, if you ask people to subscribe, share my video, share. I would love to get at least 50 subscribers because I'll be 50 in a couple weeks. So I just think that'd be fun. So again, thank you for subscribing. Also, I'm going to encourage you to go to my Facebook page because it's kind of a different atmosphere. And the Facebook page, I can interact with you and we play fun games. This whole week, we're doing a scavenger hunt all through the new catalog, which is super fun. This is my demonstrator website and you can order at any time. And of course, I, your happy stamper lady, will help you. So I've been with Stampin' Up. Sorry, I'm doing every video in a row. I don't know if I shared that or not. So this week I think I have 5 instead of 4 actually. And so I literally changed my box out in between. Today's the best day that I have felt the best. And so I do them in a row. So after a while I'm like, yeah. So stay with me. I hope you enjoy it. So I have been with Stampin' Up for 17 years. I've been selling with them, but I bought with them a couple years before I decided to become a demonstrator. I get super excited when the catalog comes out. This is kind of a bittersweet time for me. My mom and I used to just like pour over the catalog. She'd be so happy. We'd be so excited and like marking all the things that we loved. I miss my mom for many reasons, but definitely I miss crafting with my mom. That is definitely where my heart hurts the most, I think. Just the quality time I got to spend with her. So this time is a precious time for me. But I also realize the catalog can be a little bit overwhelming. And so my goal for the rest of this month is little by little we'll go through it. But the scavenger hunt kind of was the idea too. Like I'll take you through the catalog, you'll be having a good time, and you'll start to kind of see that Stampin' Up! Has a method to their madness and how they kind of set things up. So I think it'll be fun. We'll have a good time with it. So if you caught any of my videos from the Add a Dash of Glitter so far, the whole week this week we are doing the end colors. We're really celebrating the new end colors, and we are using this particular stamp set. This lovely U is getting used all week long. I just fell in love with this stamp set because one, it's super versatile, but the words are gorgeous. And if you caught my jars of flowers, I used the words, but if you caught the Memories and More video that I did yesterday, I show you how to actually use this pick-a-punch, which is super cool. But I wanted to show you that this can be used in other ways. And if you notice that the theme for me for this week, Add a Dash of Glitter, I'm really highlighting the punches. I haven't always done that, but I think the punches can be their own voice and be super cool. And so that's what I'm highlighting. So today we're actually going to do this vase builder, which I think you guys are going to love. I really had a good time with it. And I wanted to, my box is off, like you think they'll stay. I wanted to highlight the DSP. So I have several So Now What videos that talk about DSP. They talk about how I do Love It, Chop It. There's a So Now What, Love It, Chop It. Go check those out because that really helps you to know how to cut your paper, get the most use out of it, how to store it, that kind of stuff. So we have used this Flowers of Every Season is what we're highlighting this week. And we're using this DSP, and we've also highlighted, look at all this gorgeous DSP though. Seriously beautiful. Then we also did the in color pack of the DSP as well, and we're highlighting that. We're actually using both of those today, so that's super cool. Did I miss any DSP? No. So there you go with your beautiful DSP. So you're going to want to check that out and see all of that. And the nice thing with that is sometimes that kind of helps me I might be able to look at a DSP and be like, I don't know if those colors are appealing to me as much as maybe these colors over here. And then it tells you what they match with, what they coordinate with. Stampin' Up's really good about giving you the coordinating pages, and you go, oh, okay, well, I can go there and then see all the beautiful things that they're doing. So for instance, the Flower for Every Season, which we've been using, pages 10 through 13. So if I go back to those pages, then I'm going to see it in all of its glory here. I'm going to see it like more detailed. I'm going to see the paper up close. But I'm also going to see all the different ways that they use that paper, and that they use the beautiful stamp sets, and they use the beautiful bundles and the beautiful pieces. So one of the great things about having your own catalog is that it is a place, an idea book for you. It's not just for ordering, although of course, you know, hey, I love to order and I love all the things. It's an idea book that you can use all year long. And I, as your Happy Stamper Lady demonstrator, will gladly help you make something. So if something catches your eye in the book, talk to me, ask me. I'll do a video for you. I'll help you. And if you live close enough to me, we'll do one-on-ones, or, you know, we'll get together and stamp, and I would love to do that too. Love it. Okay, so that is our catalog. This is just my extra. I do have an extra magic box for when I'm working on a project, and that's not the one that I'm doing my video. So like maybe I have something extra, then I have another magic box. Because you can't have too many magic boxes, right? Magic box! So, are you ready? I'm super, super excited. So, like I said, we are highlighting the end colors. So, we've got Magenta Madness for the card I'm using today, Just Jade, and I have Misty Moonlight. And then, of course, I did use the Cinnamon Cider and the Bumblebee. And I'll show you all the cards I made, but we're just going to make the one, you know, the two cards, so I'll show you this. So here's the lovely U that I've been talking about that we're going to use. I think you're going to love what we do with it today. I have dimensionals for today. I have my bone folder. I have my glue. I got my snips. I did heal my wound. If you saw last week, I poked a hole in my finger. So it did heal up. I had like it's not quite healed up, but enough that I could take the Band-Aid off. And then I have this really cool vase punch that we're going to have fun with today. So then I have the two different DSPs, okay? Magic Pop's empty. All right. So what we're going to do today, I have everything listed on the notebook. I hope you guys are liking that notebook. Sean helps me do all of that stuff. Bless his heart. He comes home from work tired, and he does all this work for me. And then I have been a super crab. I think I told you that because I was so hot. And our air did get fixed today, for real. Like, it is for real finally fixed. And I'm finally not feeling like I'm so crabby from being so hot. And I can't breathe. I mean, that's really the truth of it too. I can't breathe when it's hot like that. So today, what we're going to make is this super cool. I will show you one so you get like an idea. Okay. And I did it two different ways. Are you ready? This is so fun. It's so cute. So those little vases make me so happy. And these flowers are from the lovely U. I think they are fabulous in the little vases. But we're using the Flower for Every Season DSP. And we're using the very cool in color DSP. Look on the inside. And then you have the little baby. Oh, isn't it happy? It's super, super happy. So, that's what we're going to make. I think these are so, so fun. Super, super simple. So, what I did, I will show you. You don't need to watch me punch because you've seen me punch stuff out. I literally, this is the beauty of doing the Love It, Chop It, which I even explained to you. Some of the paper comes 6x6, and the Flower for Every Season comes 6x6, and so does the end color paper. And so when you cut it just at the 4-inch mark, you have a 4x6 and a 2x6. It is really perfect. It works really well. Now, sometimes you have to cut it down if your card base is a little bit smaller. But for doing the punching stuff, it's super, super simple. So I literally took this piece of paper and I put it in and made sure all 3 of the vases were in, and I punched it out. And then I trimmed it, because you can get 2 vases. I trimmed it right at the edge. Did you see me just throw that on the ground? And I punched it again. So there you go. And then I have a baggie of them. Okay, so then I have like all these really cute little vases to choose from. And that's kind of like a little tip for you when I talk about doing assembly line. So like today, I think I literally took 1 of each of the sheets and punched vases, because I just thought the vases were cute. And then if you don't use them all today, you have some vases ready to use. Isn't that fun? I always think that's super, super fun. So for your card base, if you look up there, you're going to cut your paper in half. So I'm actually using the in color cardstock. So this is the Just Jade. So if this were together like this, I cut it in half this way at 5 1/2. So it's 8 1/2, 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4 up there. So again, I know that currently you don't have the things I have, although now you can order, and I'm hoping this kind of like sparks your joy and sparks your interest for things that you would enjoy having. Then for 2 cards, this is super, super cool. So for 2 cards, I take a piece of the 4x6 DSP and I cut it in half this way at 3 inches. So it's 4 by 3. Okay. So I have 2 of them ready to go. I got a little bit of ink on here, but I'm not going to get rid of it, and I'll show you why, because I'm just going to cover it up and make it a happy accident. You know, I'm like, I'm not wasting that paper. I'll cover it. I'll cover it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down, because we're not stamping on this at all. We're not even, yeah, we're not stamping on that at all. So that can go down. Now, all I did was do it over to the side in one corner. Now, again, this is where you can find your own voice. If you want to put it differently or you want to make the card differently, that's fine. This gives you kind of the bones, the base of what I'm doing, but I love to see your voice carry over, and I love to see you get creative and make it in your own way. Please do that. Get carried away with it. Do it and have fun with it. Okay, so I have that going on. Okay, then I don't think, I just wanted to show you that box. I'm just trying to think about what like what I actually need so that I can do some stamping. So let's go ahead and stamp our flowers. Now this is a little bit different how I did this. I'm trying to find all my cute little vases kind of went flying, I think. Let's see. Let's pull out. Let's lay all of our vases down. Hello. There we go. Let's add some sticky on that one. Okay, so got that for the inside. That's the vase I wanted. There we go. And then there's my other vase. Yeah, this got shoved back in the bag on accident. I thought I had them all together, but yeah, they must have got shoved back in the bag. So no biggie, no biggie. We got it. Just pulling out all our little vases. So you can go any direction you want with this, obviously. I just thought this was like really, really cute. How these turned out, I thought they were really, really cute. I'm going to actually stamp him because I want the stripey in that little short guy. So I'll just stamp an extra so I have it there. Okay, so when I made those cards, one of them I did where I had the vase just go up and down, so I just had one vase, okay? So just one vase. So let's do that one first. Let's move our vases, and what are we going to bring over? You know what I'm going to tell you we're going to bring over. Our handy dandy Stamparatus. Okay, so and I can move that punch because you've already seen me use the punch. So that's the vase builder punch. Super cute. So I like to have this on the stamp apparatus just because that makes it a nice and firm surface. For the inside of that one, I like this leaf and I like this big flower. I ended up for the other one using this and this. So I kind of pulled out the pieces yeah, that I really liked. I did the Just Because and I did the Cherished Friend. That kind of gives us a little bit of space to work with all of our pieces. Okay, so I am going to put this little guy on the block, and the colors that I stamped with I just determined by the paper that I used. So I just kind of mixed and matched with the paper that I used. So because I had this little vase and it has like more of the pink, I will stamp my leaf, and this little guy I will stamp in my blues and greens. So there's no right or wrong to that. I just was kind of like trying to yeah, kind of match up my colors with my vases. So I kind of just like stamped in the middle of the paper. Like once I started playing with it, I realized that if I put that flower down like right there in the middle, look how cute that flower is. If I put the flower down right there in the middle, that let me come along and let me do that leaf beside it. And I'm going to open the Just Jade for that leaf. Now, you know what I'm going to tell you, because when I have something on there that I use more than one time, I try to use it throughout the whole card before I change my stamp. So I literally just kind of came up along beside it, watched where it was, and laid that leaf down. It doesn't have to be right or wrong, because this is going to go up in dimensionals and look how cute it looks. Like, you're not sad about it. There's no like, oh, it has to be just perfect. None of that. So on this particular card, I use the leaf like just a baby in the corner. That's all. Just one little baby in the corner goes my leaf. No biggie. I'm trying to see. Yeah, I just did that on both. I just like a little bit. I just like did like a little bit here, a little bit here. And again, this is just you playing. There's no yeah, there's no right or wrong to it. It's just, oh, I like that. That's appealing to me. I think that's nice. So, and then I kind of did like just like a baby like drape effect with the leaf there. And that's about all I did with the leaf on there. And because I've got that other card, I'm going to go ahead and pull that out because I know I'm going to do it. So, and that literally just had one leaf at the top, like one little cluster of leaves at the top like that. And then again, I came over here and I did like a little cluster of leaves on the inside of the card. And then I used my leaf the whole time. So that's just like if you're assembly line stamping and you start to do that, that's not something you have to do. I just like to do that for myself because I just feel like it condenses the stamp time where you're not back and forth, where you're cleaning stuff all the time, I guess. Like, I just kind of like to do that. So this one, because it's done, this is super, super simple. We're actually going to go ahead and we're going to use our dimensionals. I used 2. I found that 2 full dimensionals on the big vase. This is the biggest vase of the 3 vases, I guess. I felt that the 2 dimensionals worked perfect. Like, it was perfect for me. So all I did is kind of line it up with where I stamped so that it looks like they're both in the vase. Is that not adorable? I just think this is so cute. And then, like, I thought it was really cute on the white, but as soon as you back that in that color, phenomenal, phenomenal. So now we will go ahead and lay that down like that. Right? Look how cute that is. And then that's ready to go. And look, I'm totally covering up the happy accident spot. You will never even know that it was there. Love it. Okay. So there we go. Now, I did all that. Let me review the measurements for you. So we did the card base and then the card front DSP. I told you this was 4x3. This is the or. This is the 4x2. This is a little bit smaller than the other piece we're going to use, which means that the white card front is 3 3/4 by 1 1/4. Now again, you don't have to use those measurements. This is just something that I measured out, and I just thought it ended up being super, super cute, and I just really liked it. So I'm going to go ahead and do the just because, and I'm going to do it over here on the side. So I'm actually going to do it, I'm going to do it in that Just Jade. Now, you can use the Stamparatus for this, or you can eyeball it and put it down there. That's totally up to you, but I think it's really, really cute. I liked how that turned out. Okay. So, we're going to do the inside of the cards here in a minute. They're all the same. The inside of the cards are the 5 and a 4, 5 inches by 4 inches with just a couple pieces in there. But I want to show you how to turn the vases around and do 3 vases. Super, super cute. Don't you think this is a cute card? I love it. Now, I do like to, I'm not using the plate, but I do like to have this go down so that I have a steady base for how I'm going to lay my flowers down. Okay, I'm going to clean off that just because I will use it again. That's one that I'll use again, but I have to have all my other pieces on there before I do it. Okay, I think I'm going to do blue for these little guys. So here's what I did. So this piece, the 4x3 is the same. This piece is a little bit bigger. This is 2.5 this way by 4 inches. And I turned it sideways because we're going to do 3 vases. We're going to go across with the 3 vases. So I go toward the top. There isn't a right or wrong. I'm just telling you kind of like the method to my madness. So if you look at, let me pull one of these over so you can see what I'm talking about. If you look at this, these are all toward the top of the white piece. The vases are very forgiving. So once those pieces are up at the top, you're not going to know. They're very forgiving for where they sit, I guess. And so I just want you to know, like, it might seem nerve-wracking when you're thinking about doing it, but actually once you kind of get into a rhythm, it's really not bad. It's just fun. I know this is a little more detailed, so this might not be something that everybody loves, but I kind of have fun finding ways to use detail. So I'm doing a flower like that on this side, and then I come over here in this corner, and I'm doing the same thing. Just doing 2 flowers like that. Then I'm going to clean this up, and you could do 3 flowers like that. You know what I mean? You don't have to do that other flower. In fact, let's do that, but do it green. We don't have to do the other flower. We don't have to do the 3 flowers like that. Look how cute that is. This one I did like a separate with the little flowers, but this time we'll change it up. And we'll do a green one in there. Now, for your vases, these are super easy to do, but you have to have, just trying to move this so I can get my little vase, guys. You have to have your snips on this one because, boy, those little vases, they just get all kooky in there, don't they? You have to cut. They don't all go together the way you want them to. Okay, my poor little vases, they're all like flying over here. I have a fan on even though we have the air on. I'm just gonna cut another one instead of like making you watch me search for vases. Even though we have the air on, sometimes the room back here when I'm doing the videos can get a little warm with the lights and stuff. So I have a fan on and it is blowing those vases, like they're blowing back up in here into my video area. So we don't need to watch me search for vases. We will just stamp some more. It's not like I'm not going to use these cute vases, right? You know that's true. So there you go. So the thing with that is the big one I showed you, it takes 2 dimensionals perfectly and it fits 2 dimensionals perfectly. But these other little ones, what I found is the bottom area takes a dimensional perfectly like that. but the top area is where it gets a little tricky. So with the snips, I use all the things, and I think I've talked about this with dimensionals. If you see like this little piece here, that little piece fits perfectly on the bottleneck vase, I guess we'll call it that, the bottleneck vase. Then actually a half of one of those little pieces fits perfectly on the genie vase. We'll call it that. So, you know, you're going to end up using all your dimensionals anyway, but that helps you so that you don't have dimensionals like lopping off of the vase, because that looks weird. Okay, and then I'll show you what I mean when I say that they're super forgiving. They really are, like, very forgiving when you put them on there. So I'm just peeling off the back. I am going to move that now because you want that out of the way. And all I'm doing is I take the tip of this and I line it up like you see that piece right there. I'm kind of lining it up just to make it look like it was in the vase. Look how cute that is. Super, super simple. It looks more complicated than it is, but it's actually, they're very forgiving, these little vases. They're really cute. I think, again, this is something that could get overlooked. I think these vases could get overlooked. And like, as soon as I saw them, I was like, oh, they need to go with that lovely U. Look how cute that is. Okay, and then we got one more over here. We got this little bottleneck vase, or vase as we could call it, and we're going to do the same thing. I'm just going to line it up so that it looks like it's coming out there. Look how cute that is. So forgiving. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so then when you're putting this piece together, so this was the 4x3 that's up there. This DSP was the 4x2.5. So this card front is 3 3/4 this way by 2 inches. And I did it that way because I like to have it go toward the top a little bit and have a little bit more showing down here. I don't know. I kind of played around with this one until it was just like what I liked. I was like, oh, I like the look of that. I think it all looks really nice together. So it's, you know, again, it's preference. It's preference. So whatever makes you happy, right? Whatever makes you happy there. Okay, so get that on there. Excuse my head a minute. I was just trying to get that on there. Now, on some of them, I did it down here, and some of them I did it up here. I'm going to do it down here. I like it down here for this one. Look how cute that is. I'm going to attach that because we're done with that. We're not stamping there, and we've already stamped our leaves, so we're not worried about that. So I'm going to go ahead and attach that. There we go. Look how nice that is. Then I'm going to come back to that just because. I liked that just because on the outside. This time I'm going to do that just because in the Misty Moonlight. I think that's really pretty. Now again, this is a place. I am using the stamp artist, but I'm not using it on the words this time. I just was stamping it down. But you certainly could use it for that. Look how cute that is inside. Is that not great? I love it. So much happiness. So much happiness. Okay, so for the inside, we need a white, sorry, alpaca hair. We need white card fronts that are 5x4, okay? And those we're going to just put, you know, we're just going to put some words in there, and we're just going to do a little bit of DSP. So this is just decorating on the inside just to make it look nice. So when we do this, we are going to lay down one of our DSPs so you know where your words are going to sit. This will help you to know how you want your words to sit. So the blue, I like to do it here like this. We're going to go ahead and attach that because that sorry, like a little glue globby there. That gives us a line for where we're going to stamp. You'll see what I mean here in a minute. So I'm sitting that down like that. Okay. Then I'm going to come back. Oh, I'm going to clean that off because I need that flower. So I need that little flower again. And inside, I think we should have the Magenta Madness. We haven't really used that a ton. And I think that flower should be in the Magenta Madness. And so all I do for the flower is I come over here and I kind of gauge, like your vase is going to sit there. I either use this vase or I use this vase. I didn't use the tall one inside. I don't know why, but I didn't use the tall one inside. I just used one or the other. So I'm kind of gauging, and I usually put the flower like right there. Now, see? Had a little happy, not so happy accident. We'll see if I can fix it. If I can't fix it, I'll tell you what I did. And I did this earlier. I actually had to do this earlier today on one of them. I had put it in and I was like, oh, that's not what I want it to be. And so I fixed it real quick. I'll show you how I fixed it. Here we go. Happy accidents. They happen, people. It happens to the best of us. So there you go. Now that's the perfect flower. I'm just going to cut it out. I know that seems silly, but I don't want it to look like gross. I just like did all that work on that card. So why not fix it? And that's what we've got our snips for. We'll just like do a little quick boop boop. Happy accident. It happens. So I must have wiggled a little bit on there. Didn't quite have it in a firm enough grip, and then it just kind of smudged and didn't give it what you needed it to be. So I'm just cutting around, not perfectly, but enough that you feel like you've got that nice flower. And then, ta-da, we'll put it, and it can even look a little bit like there's a shadow behind it. That's very nice. Actually, you won't even see most of that because you'll put that vase on there. You won't even know. Ta-da! Happy accident fixed. It can happen. I think what you do, I think the best thing to do, I mean, obviously I've been stamping for a long time, I'm aware, but I think that if you approach it, the calmer you are when you approach it, you're like, oh, okay, well, maybe I can figure out how to fix that. And I think it comes with loving yourself and knowing that you're not perfect, and what you're creating out of love for other people, and you're, just trying to give kindness. I think kind of when you approach it that way, you can learn to laugh at yourself and be like, oh, well, that wasn't that wasn't in my plan, and then try to find a way to fix it. Most of the time you can fix it. If you're with me, my friends will attest. Nikki was saying that this week. I don't let you throw it away. I'm like, no, let's think about this. Let's fix this. We can do it. Okay, then we're going to do cherished friend. And so see how you got your line? That lets you know where that cherished friend is going to sit. It doesn't have to sit there. I just liked it. I like the look of it. So I thought that that was nice. And by having that line all ready to go on there, I think that that helps you to know exactly where you want to place your words. It's a nice little bar for you. Look at that cherished friend. Now we'll go ahead and put this inside, okay, because we've already got our leaves up there. We're gonna come around here, just a little bit of glue, or or your tape runner if that's what you prefer, and we're gonna lay that down just like that. And then if you wanted to add more paper, I had this beautiful piece of the Magenta Madness. So we're going to add that. You don't have to, but those are the scores there. So you have inside DSP, this is 5 inches by 1, and this is 5 by 1, by a half an inch, my bad, by a half an inch. So these were just like, those are all like play. It's not anything that you have to do, but then you know exactly what I use. So you know what I did with mine. Okay, and there you go. Do you love it? I love it. Okay, let me show you all the ones that I made, because I actually got really kind of excited and carried away with these. So these are the ones we made today, right, with the cute 3 or the 1. And I did that with every one that I made because that piece of DSP splits right in half. So why not use what you've got? And this piece of DSP was the same piece. You just cut it one way, flip it another way. So I was really like trying to get the most out of my paper and enjoy all the in colors. Isn't that really cute? They're all the same inside. I mean, the vases are different, obviously, but they're all like, say, Cherished Friend with the same inside. So then, here we go. Is that not adorable? I love these. I kind of really fell in love with these. Here you go. Look at these. So when you have that DSP and you just make a bunch of those vases, I mean, the sky's the limit. You got all sorts of cuteness. Isn't that fun? I thought these turned out really, really good. Okay, so again, we use the Lovely You, but the big thing that we concentrated on today was the Vase Builder Punch. So we really kind of let it do the talking with our DSP. That was like our focus today. Okay, let's get back to the front. I hope you had fun with that. I kind of had that like stirring in my mind. As soon as I saw the Lovely You, I instantly thought of that punch, and I thought, oh my gosh, I think that's going to go so well together. So this has been a project that I've kind of been like stirring on, like, you know, like getting it going. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had fun with it. So remember to check out the Facebook and do the Scavenger Hunt, because you win a free stamp set with matching cards and all kinds of fun, you know, all kinds of fun goodies that way. And go and make the world a better place. Go and love on the people around you. Find new ways to love them and find new ways to be a voice that brings hope to the world. And until I see you tomorrow, my friends, I bid you adieu.